What's going on, folks? It's the last preview show of the year for Out of Your Falcon Mind. So we're already 25 minutes late, so let's get going. What's happening, people? It is episode 82 of Out of Your Falcon Mind, Atlanta Falcons Fancast. My name is John, your host, joined by my boy, as always, Mr. Mike Cottrell. What's going on, brother?
I'm out of my Falcon mind as usual, buddy. I have to come to you from my phone today and my AirPods because my damn roof leaked in my apartment and it got everything wet, including my laptop. So just more bullshit to add to my life. But hey, man, I'm out of my Falcon mind. I'm here. I'm ready to go. We a little late. Please forgive us, but we had technical issues.
Well, we can hear you, so it's all good, man. That sucks though. When did that happen last night when it was crazy ass raining?
It was just kept pouring and it kept raining and it kept raining and it kept raining, and I don't know what happened, but I heard all this noise, and then I went for the dog on the walk. I said, "Damn, is the roof going to leak?" Because I could see it was I could just see it was changing color. It was getting darker, but I said, I don't think it's gonna leak. And me and the dog stepped out for a walk, and we came in. The whole place was wet.
Damn.
So I mean, it looked like it rained in here. It was all over my laptop.
Is the complex gonna take care of that, or what?
Yeah. Oh man, they better. Man, I got renter's insurance, so they got to pay for a bunch of shit in here that. So
yeah,
it just sucks
included, though. I guess, huh?
Yeah, man, laptop included. So my whole laptop is screwed, but I do have two. So I had the other one, but it's more for porn. So it is not good for anything else.
Show of honesty. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
It got so many, it's not good for nothing except
so many viruses.
Oh man, it's so slow. You couldn't send an email. It'll take you 20 minutes to send it. I've looked at porn on it for years, but I'm still happy, man.
That's
ready
great.
To go, buddy.
All right, brother. Yeah, man. I apologize for our lateness there. We had some technical difficulties, but that's technology for you. But we're here now. Yeah. So, and just wanted to plug, we are on here on the Variety Sports Network as always.
Hey.
Make sure you check those guys out. And one little note for anybody that's a Braves fan, thinking about it a while. Troy and myself might be doing a Braves podcast.
Okay.
We got it in the works. We're tossing around name ideas and kind of scheduling how we're going to do it. I don't know that I'll host it. I think we might share the hosting duties. But if y'all have seen Troy on the show before, he helped me out last year with some of the drafts. He's been a guest a few times on this show. Huge Braves fan, diehard, goes down to spring training. Like myself, I've known the guy forever. So we've been tossing around. So we might do it like a little weekly thing, see how it goes. But just want to, so any Braves fans, just keep your eyes on the channel. I'll make sure to post it out there.
Keep your eyes on the channel. John's gonna do it. I'll force him to do it. Trust me.
Shit.
Don't worry.
And I watched 7th inning stretch last night here on Variety Sports Network. Great show. Check that out. The Gridiron Show, awesome show on Sunday night. Check that out. You fans of any other teams, just check out. Like I said, subscribe to Variety Sports. See what's on there. You might be able to find some podcasts that you like. For as far as we go, though, make sure you hit the like button for us. It helps us out so much as far as other Falcons fans finding us on YouTube. Of course, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already.
And I will say this. I just want to plug this. I got some crazy shit coming for y'all. It's crazy. All right? It's starting 2 weeks or so. You got to give me some time. I'm going through a lot of shit right now in my life. But I got some solo shit coming too that's crazy. I won't even talk about it yet. It'll just be out of your Falcon mind in a whole nother way. I
don't even know about it. So this is perfect. This is great.
And John don't even know about it. So it's perfect. It'll just come out the blue. Yeah. 2 weeks.
That's right. I love it. And of course, if you're listening to us on iTunes or Spotify, just drop us a 5-star review if you would. If you enjoy the show, that'd be great. Helps us out so much on those platforms, the same way it does on YouTube, as the likes do for us on YouTube. So
we have on new clothes, buddy. Okay.
It is a new shirt. It is a new shirt. This was purchased for Christmas for me. So yeah, I got a few new ones I'm gonna have to rep on the show for sure.
Yeah,
all right, man. So before we get into it, man, we obviously have to talk about what happened Monday night. with
Yeah.
DeMar Hamlin. Were you watching it live when it happened?
I was watching it live, and I thought that, man, I'll be honest, he didn't look like he got hit that hard. I didn't know what that was, but when they bring the ambulance, it's trouble. Like,
Yeah.
because you get caught off you. So when they bring the ambulance, I knew, like, he's either paralyzed or deceased, and I'm just glad he's neither. I'm glad he's neither.
Dude, I mean, we were watching it. We got back from Liam's practice, and we were watching it live, of course. And when I saw him stand up and then just collapse the way he did, I didn't think it was that. I'll be honest with you, because I mean, my whole background's in exercise science and athletic training and stuff like that. The first thing I thought of was, man, I think he might have just had a heart attack, because the way it's like he stood up and then boom, he was done. And I went and they replayed the hit, of course. And it wasn't like, it was just a football play. I mean, it was just
to the chest,
but it was a strong hit to the chest, and that can, in the right way, that can do that. That can have that type of effect. So, but man, it was that was rough to watch, dude. I mean, seeing the players and their reactions. I mean, I got emotional, dude. We all did. Like, my son was saying, he had tears in his eyes. I mean, it was serious, man.
It was scary, man. It was scary because man, I don't know if y'all recall this, and I'm not just saying it because he's a Falcon. Damn, I forgot his name this fast. I just had it, but Dante Robinson hit Deshaun Jackson.
I thought he was dead.
And I thought he was dead. I thought they had killed each other. I thought because they hit and then they went to sleep. And I said, oh shit, I thought he killed. I love D-Jack. So I'm like, oh, he just killed D-Jack. And then I thought he was paralyzed, but he had killed Deshaun Jackson. And it was one of the worst feelings in the world. And like, they both stood up and was all right. But it just showed you, but it's a violent game. But it's a violent game, buddy. Like, you could lose your life or be paralyzed on any play.
Yeah, I mean, I was refreshing Twitter like all night, just trying to get updates and what they weren't going to give too many updates that night. But I thought, man, the Bengals fans were great. Both teams were great.
Yeah.
Shout out to Denny Kellington. He is the athletic trainer who administered life-saving CPR to Hamlin on the field. Without that dude, he's dead, man. Like, he straight up saved his life, man. I mean, like, they all acted as quickly as they could. And I thought that, the coaches handled it well. Hearing Sean McDermott talk about it, I mean, like, he did, he told Zach Taylor, he felt like he needed to be at the hospital with with DeMar. So, like, they both agreed. Yeah, they both agreed. And the NFL made the right decision, of course. There was no way those guys were going back out there to play. It was just not possible. After seeing, like, that's the first time literally that's ever happened. So, I mean, like, at least in the modern era, so, I mean, just.
And, I gotta do this. Skip Bayless, go fuck yourself. I love you, but go fuck yourself, man. I thought that hey dog, and there are certain instances where who cares about the football game or the playoffs or fantasy football? Like, what are you talking about? So it's like, when somebody's life on the line, you can't say certain shit, and he should know better. So fuck you, buddy.
I mean, the way he worded it, I mean, like, he ended the tweet with, which seems so insignificant now, or something like that, which is, that's the whole point of it. Like, you didn't need to list all it. You didn't need to list all the other stuff first. Like, just like, none of that. Just tone deaf as hell. And then not taking it down. And then Shannon that was uncomfortable as shit yesterday. You see Shannon's monologue.
And
then I mean, then he's saying, like, no bosses didn't tell him to take it down. Well, dude, they did, because you just said on the previous show that your bosses had you said that on. So he's just full of shit. I don't know how they're going to keep doing that show, man. I don't think Shannon.
Man, like, they starting to butt heads too much for them to continue. And it's a great show.
Yeah,
they butt heads too much.
But as far as Lamar, man, I mean, I don't know,
man.
Whatever.
Hey, come on, Shannon. Hey, come on, buddy. You be the third member of Out of Your Falcon Mind, buddy.
Can you imagine?
Hey, that would be hilarious.
But, man, hey, man, as far as Lamar goes, man, like, I know y'all seen his toy drives up over $7 million. Everybody, whether you're religious or not, whether you pray for him, send positive thoughts, whatever you do, whatever you believe in, all that stuff, I believe, helps, man. All that positive energy helps. And it's, apparently he woke up and he wrote to the doctors, who won the game, or did we win? And the doctors replied back to him and said, "No, you won in life, buddy. Like, you won." So, like, it's awesome to see that he's recovering like that, man. Just hope the best for him, and they can get back out on the field, or just at this point live a normal life. At this point, man, just live. I mean, that's what we want. All right, so moving on from that, Hall of Fame nominees came out today, buddy. Some names we all know because we are old enough to know all these names.
Okay.
Jared Allen, Kansas City,
Love
Minnesota
it.
Vikings, beast.
Yeah.
Willie Anderson, offensive tackle from the Bengals, Baltimore Ravens. Rondé Barber, of course, Tampa Bay.
Ooh. Yeah.
Dwight Freeney, Indianapolis Colts, and of course the Atlanta Falcons, and a few other teams. Devin Hester on the list.
Wow. Gotta go. First
Torrey Holt on the list.
Yeah.
I mean, back in the day, man, the greatest show on turf with the Rams, Kurt Warner, those boys. I mean, that was something else. Andre Johnson, Houston Texans.
Okay.
Underrated. Underrated, I think.
Really underrated. Man, that was my father's man.
What a fucking beast,
that's a
man.
bad dude.
What a beast.
He used to be like, that's a bad dude. Yeah. But he was underrated.
I believe so, yeah. Albert Lewis, 83 to 93. A little bit older there, Kansas City Chiefs. And Darrell Revis Island, buddy.
Gotta go in.
Yeah, there's no way he's not going in. He's walking in. Actually, him, Dwight Freeney, and then the next guy I'm going to mention, we're all this is their first year eligibility. I think they'll all probably go in. Joe Thomas, man, left tackle of Browns. I mean, that
Joe Thomas,
fantastic left tackle.
Yeah, Joe Thomas, one of the best ever to do it.
Yeah. Now, how about that? Zach Thomas, little undersized middle linebacker from the Dolphins.
Oh shit!
Texas
Tough
Tech.
As nails. Tough as nails.
Dude.
Love him.
Yeah. I mean, like he put the shorter guy, but he was ridiculous. He was great.
He'll knock you out.
This guy was just amazing to watch. I couldn't stand him because he played on the Cowboys, but DeMarcus Ware, man.
Oh yeah,
my God,
definitely got to go. He was unstoppable. He was unstoppable until he chose to stop playing. They couldn't stop him.
Yeah, Reggie Wayne, Indianapolis Colts, really good career. Good career.
Mm-hmm.
Patrick Willis, man, one of my favorite middle linebackers to watch. Just, I mean, like you think of middle linebacker, like in his last 20 years or so, that's the guy. Like
he's the logo. Yep.
Yeah. And then, of course, lastly, Darren Woodson of the Cowboys, 92 to 2003.
Amazing.
And he was on that run with the Cowboys, and he was integral part of that defense. So so good little list there going in. Yeah.
Hey, dog.
There'll be some guys that don't get in, but
there's gonna be some guys who don't get in, but that's a hell of a list. But I gotta say this to y'all: if y'all don't know who Jared Allen was, Jared Allen was a different problem. Like they could not do nothing with Jared Allen. Jared Allen was something else.
Cowboy Jared Allen, crazy ass. Dude.
Jared Allen was he was different. He was unstoppable. Yeah,
to say the least.
So that's a good list. Yeah.
All right, man. Before we jump into the preview of the Bucs game, this last game, let's jump in the comments.
And you said Roddy White too, right? No, I'm fucking with you. Go ahead. He ain't even been retired long enough.
Hilarious. Pamela, what's going on? Nacho, what's up, brother?
What up, Nacho with cheese?
Oblivion, what's up, buddy?
What up, Oblivion?
Big Pop, what's happening?
Big Pop.
Love that you guys are here. It's awesome. Appreciate this on this. Like I said, this last preview show, buddy. We did it.
Preview show, but we still going to do 2 a week. We will come.
Oh, yeah.
We gonna always have the content. Trust me. So keep tuning in.
Oh yeah. And there's gonna be, I know, Smitty's going to be doing a right after the game on Sunday on Smitty Sports Machine. He's going to be having probably a recap of the game, but it's all just Falcons talk, man. So we'll be coming through. We'll be going through there. I don't even know what time, but we'll show up there at some point though during that. So just keep it tuned to his channel for sure. So and our boys, One Time for the Fan, will be popping in on their channel at some point soon.
Yep.
I think they're going to be doing a recap show of the season, so we'll be on there. We'll do our own recap at some point.
Yeah.
But we're going to be making appearances on these other shows as well. So just keep it tuned to the channel and what's going on.
Man, we in high demand, Johnny Yates. It's just going up out of your Falcon mind. You gotta love it.
That's how you got to be. It's not, you'd rather have that, right? You don't want people going, I don't want those guys.
Yeah, right. Oh, Jesus.
That's fucking
more
guys
those
again.
guys. Yeah.
No, I don't want that. So anyway, looking at the injury report, man, we don't really have that many people on it. We got like 2 folks, and one's Frank's. So,
Okay.
The Bucs are in an interesting situation. So like they don't really have to play anybody if they don't want to. This is not a they can't change their playoff ranking. They're going to be 4 no matter what, so whether they win or lose. So it's kind of up to and Todd Bowles hadn't really said yes or no, or whether he's going to sit Brady or not. He's kind of he did say that both Blaine Gabbert and Kyle Trask will be dressed. So the fact that you're dressing your third quarterback makes me think that Brady's not going to be in there that long.
I don't think he'll. There are some players that you need to keep them in rhythm. So I know he know who those players are. Like, we can't have you sit for a week because you play too much or you just be out of rhythm. We want you in rhythm. I don't think Tom Brady is one of them. He been in the league too long for him to get thrown off because he got a week off. It would just help his old bones. So I don't think he'll play, but we should see 2 and 3. Like you said, if
Yeah.
you dress in 3, I don't think that 1 is playing. And if he does play, it'll be like a series or 2, just so he dress up and go out with the team and play 2 series. Then to get out.
Yeah, I almost think it'll be like a preseason type of deal,
Yeah.
and
Yep.
because you don't want to be the coach that let Tom Brady get hurt
Get hurt.
or whatever.
Yeah.
And this, I mean, you remember, dude, back in the day when, not back in the day, but like when we played Abraham in a game that meant nothing, got
Yep.
himself hurt,
Yep.
and then he
Mm-hmm.
couldn't perform for the 49ers game. That was,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, you
It's
can't be
totally
doing that shit.
avoidable. Yep.
Yeah. So it sucks because I really wanted this game to mean something for the Bucs, and I wanted us to take it from them. Like I really
Me
wanted
too.
that
I
in my
wanted
heart,
to send him out a loser. Yeah.
but not going to happen. That's fine. And I just don't think there's any way he plays the full game if
No way.
regardless. But
No way.
so and that that brings up the other players as well. I mean, like they've got guys that they might want to even on the defense, Vita Vea, some of these guys are not. I mean, like he didn't practice this week. Donovan Smith has not practiced this week. Logan Ryan has not practiced this week. Neither is Julio, although he's dealing with a knee/illness. I know I know it's shocking to everyone. Mike, and I love Julio. Don't get me wrong. I love Julio. It's my favorite. He's my guy. Just always hurt now. Just always hurt.
Always, buddy. I love him though, man.
Yeah. Mike Edwards was limited. Jamel Dean was limited. And Carlton Davis, who's been playing his ass off recently. Well, I think would match up against London has not participated either. So, and Tristan Wirfs was limited practice. So, kind of, it just who knows, man. I don't know what they're going to run out there and how long they're going to be out there for. So, for us, I mean, yeah, this one means a lot to us because it's Ritter's 4th game, so we got to see another step for him, whether it's against their 1s or 2s or whoever it is. So I don't expect it to be. I still, regardless of who's in there, though, I still expect it to be a close game. I mean, it'd be great if we went out there and beat the shit out of them. But I mean, I guess if those guys on defense,
we've been playing backups for the last few weeks. So
yeah.
And it's been a struggle. So I don't intend if they play their backups. We've been struggling against the 2s of teams for weeks now.
Well, I mean, their linebacking core with Levante David, who's getting a little older, but I mean, veteran dude, Devin White, veteran dude.
Devin White, yeah.
So I mean, those guys,
they're White something else.
Yeah, they're tough to play against. I mean, like he's the tight end option might not be there with those guys, like covering him now. Hakeem Hicks is always somebody you got to look out for. Of course, I already mentioned Vita Vea. And then they're back in with Antoine Winfield Jr., Logan Ryan, Mike Edwards, Keanu O'Neal, former Falcon, of course. So I mean, it's a solid defense, man. He hasn't had. Last week was the only defense that Ritter's faced since he started. So it'll be another good test for him. At least it's at home. He gets to finish out there. So, but as far as you go, man, like, are you kind of like last week, kind of like, if we win, okay, great. If we don't, then no big deal. Or do you really want to win this game? Like, do you really feel strongly one way or the other?
I would like to win if Brady plays because we haven't beat him, and I think he'll retire after this year. I don't care what nobody say. He looked fucking bad this year. And if there are just some people who, like, dog, I'm going to tell you who got the biggest, like, now I don't even want to say supporters. I don't want to say fans either, like, fanatics in the world. Is like Donald Trump people, Tom Brady people, Kanye people, and Cowboy fans. You not telling them shit. I don't care what I am.
It's true.
Telling them shit. Like if they caught the person on tape just doing something, they'd be like, I don't know that's him. It's like a digital effect. So there are people who just won't admit that. He threw some shitty balls this year. He didn't play that good this year. So I don't see him.
He had spurts. Yeah.
He had spurts where he looked good, but then he had spurts where he looked his age, and we never seen that where it was a guy who he was spot on the route. He just missed a throw, or he tried all his might and he underthrew it. You starting to look your age. But I wanted to send him out a loser. I don't think he'll be back next year so that we can beat him and we one of the few teams. We could be the only team who's never beat Tom Brady, and that's just embarrassing.
Yeah, I don't want to say that because I didn't think he was coming back last year, and he did. So, like, I don't want
Yeah,
to. You never know with him. I mean, like
yeah,
now,
you
he's already
never know.
divorced. So, I mean, like, I don't know.
Yep.
It depends on his body, I guess, and how that feels. So,
Mm-hmm.
Big Pop said, "Well, since we're making appearances, I'll be making an appearance on Out of Your Falcon Mind."
Hell yeah,
I love it.
Big Pop, come on, buddy.
Good call on that one. LeBron too.
James people too. LeBron James people. I'm talking about. There are some people who just got. I mean, that they just will not admit that something is awry or is afoot. They won't say it no matter what.
Yeah, that's a good call. It's hilarious that you rated the Cowboys with Kanye West and Donald Trump's
man, you
hilarious. But
can't
that's
tell
just
Dallas
true. It
Cowboys
is.
fans not. Yeah,
I know.
yeah.
Sorry, and that's apologies, Mama Cottrell.
Yeah, I'm
but,
sorry. My mom is the biggest Cowboy fan, but she even though I'm dead serious, like you can't tell her that they ain't winning the Super Bowl every year.
Yeah, no, I know.
Yeah,
I know.
like
I know. I got buddies too, man.
Man, shit, the Cowboys got real fans in like every state. That's why they say it's America's team. You go like to any state, it's Dallas Cowboy fans.
Well, I don't know about you because I mean, when I like growing up here, like in the early '90s, mid '90s, when they were winning with Jimmy Johnson, yeah, because I'm sure in DC, like obviously with the Redskins being like a huge,
but right. I'm gonna tell you this, I'm not being funny. If you go to any Skins game when they play the Cowboys in DC, it's split. Damn. And that's in DC, and it's their biggest rival. But it's the same with here. If you go see us in the Saints, it's split.
Yeah.
This wild. In your stadium, it's split in half. If you go to us to do our game, if you ever been to our game when we play the Saints, it's just as many Saints fans in the stadium.
But you know what, though? That increased a lot after Katrina, though.
A
lot of folks moved here.
Yeah, I don't understand the DC shit because you go way up top to Texas. I don't get, but I'm telling you, man, the Cowboys got fans everywhere.
Yeah, when I was walking around school in my Falcons jacket, man, there were so many of my buddies and that had Cowboys Apex and Cowboys starter jackets, stuff like that. And I was like, man, what the hell? But it was because they were winning, man. The same thing with the 49ers too. It was the same deal. I used to see a ton of 49er stuff. Steve Young and back in those days.
And you know who shipped it? The ring was prime time. Wherever he went, ring. The dude was awesome. Still is.
That's right, man. Big Pop said Levante David, I believe, is a free agent. He is, and could be a sneaky pickup if we don't re-sign Evans.
I love Evans, man.
I wouldn't hate it, man. Evans. I mean, I think they'll Dean Pease, and we'll get into what Dean said later on in the show today at his press conference. But he loves Evans, man. Like he absolutely loves him. So like I don't, and all the coaches are aware how much money we got. So I don't think they're going to just let him walk out the door. But we'll see. All right, buddy. So. What are you expecting from Desmond this week, regardless of who do you want? I mean, I want to see him get in the end zone perfectly. I mean, personally, he should have had a touchdown last week. Obviously, it was taken away from him. But I'd love to see him throw a freaking touchdown this week or two.
I want him to throw it. I want them to ball out and him to play good, but I really want them to lose. I really want them to lose because this is what I'm saying. I'm cool with a game. I wasn't trying to hit both games with like W's. I don't want to win both. It's just no point to it, but don't throw the game. So that's what I'm saying. I want them to ball out. I want him to progress, but lose at the end. And that's the first time and the only time you probably ever going to hear me say that, but it's just no point to it. But don't take the game for the culture. It will fuck the whole culture up if you took plays off. No, we're not doing that. So rumble, young man, rumble. But, come up short, young man. But
yeah, I don't think
I told you he already made a fan out of me. I know he's capable of doing what we need him to do. I don't need to see no more. I need him to have like an off season so then I can see. He can't show me too much in this game. If he shit the bed or he throw for 400 yards, it don't mean nothing to me.
Yeah, I mean, I want the win because I want all his confidence. I want all this confidence going out. And I mean, like if we lose, we possibly have the 6th pick. If we win, we'd only drop to 9. So it's not. It's that could be significant if a player or two that we really want is there, but it may not. Like if I don't think that Jalen Carter is dropping to 6. I don't think that Will Anderson is dropping to 6. If they do, who knows? I'm not even going to enter. Well, I'm not going to say no because you just, like I said before, you never know what these guys are going to do, what Terry and them are going to do. But if there is a CJ Stroud there, I don't know, man. Like if he's available at 6 or 7, like I honestly don't know, unless they are just like, nope, like Ritter is
Would
it,
you
like he
take
is the guy.
Will Anderson at 6, John?
Hell yeah,
If he was up,
hell yeah,
yeah, you said
without
that.
hell yeah.
You said,
He can only get better. And he can. I know he's only.
Yeah.
This is the thing. He's only 235 pounds. He's not a big guy, but you
Yeah.
watch the way he plays against tackles. You won't believe. You'd think he's 260 the way he pushes those guys around. Like his strength is ridiculous.
Yeah.
But I mean, and he can only put on weight. I mean, like he can get bigger if he needs to
and get stronger.
Yeah. But anyway, like so. Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to be pissed and throw shit if they lose. You know what I mean? Like, but for Desmond, and I don't think Desmond's going to go into the offseason like hanging his head if they lose either. I think he's fine. Like watching what he said in the press conferences and everything he said, like he's saying everything you want your starting quarterback to say. It looks like mentally he understands it. Like he truly gets it. Like he's not just sitting there saying it for talk. Like he understands everything is important as far as relationship with his teammates, the communication, how to process the game, like all that stuff. I mean, so that makes you feel good about it, you know. So I'm not too worried about it. If we win, that's great. If we don't win, I mean, big deal. I mean, I'm not, you know, as long as it's not like in an embarrassing fashion. Like you said, if we got to rumble, like we got to rumble, we got to put up a hell of a fight if we lose.
The same way that we've been doing.
Yeah, like a field goal, something like that, last minute drive, whatever. Like not getting beat by like 2 scores, like that can't happen. But yeah,
against
so
the backups.
No.
Please don't. What's up, family? This Joel said, "What's up, family? We in here. Let's get this dub Sunday." Man, I'm on my phone, y'all. I gotta lean in to read what y'all saying now.
I got you, Mike. You know this person.
Oh, so my mom says, Mike, you are out of the wheel for disparaging my Cowboys. See, she take it serious.
There you go.
That's a good one, huh? Yeah, I told you, Cowboys. She just proved my point.
Just took one comment.
Big Pop said, "Oh, Mike in trouble now." See, when mom jumping alive, you know you done messed up. Sorry, Mom.
She just knew. She knew some crazy shit was going to come out of your mouth tonight. So I got to get on here and watch.
Hey, it's on every show. You could go any show with some crazy shit coming out of my mouth.
That's true.
That's why we call it Out of Your Falcon Mind.
That's right. All right, man. So as far as Tyler, man, Tyler only needs like 100 yards or so to finish with 1,000 yards.
I said we have to get him that. I don't care what is on the line. I think you got to get him that for his. It ain't not for stats. Who cares? For the esteem, for the line, for himself. He deserves it. When you that close, you have to go after that.
Yeah, I mean, I hope he gets it, man.
Rookie?
He's actually he's at 900 yards exactly. So
he needs exactly 100 yards.
Yep.
I love CP, but again, I'm gonna say some stuff on his last game that you want him sit CP old ass down and let him go get his 100, because he need for the line, for the Atlanta Falcons offensive line to have 1,000-yard rusher. Who was the last one of those? Mike Turner?
No, I think didn't Devontae have a 1,000-yard season?
I'd
have to look back. I don't know. Yeah, I think he did, because he may. I don't know. You could be right, but I thought he had Devontae. I'll look it up at some point during the show.
I used to love Devontae, man.
Yeah, I think he might have. Who would you think leads the team in sacks?
Lead the team in sacks.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't. Who has gotten back there the most? I'm gonna be honest. I don't want to say. No, it can't be what I said. I don't want to. I was gonna say. I was gonna say Troy Anderson, Grady or Evans.
It's Grady. Yeah, Grady's at Grady, and he's got 6. Lorenzo Carter's got 4. But yeah, looking back,
Troy got a few, don't he have like?
Yeah, I didn't go that far down, but no, it's either 2. It's either 2 or less though, because Lorenzo's got 4, Ebiketti's got 2.5. But yeah, Devontae went 1,056 in 15 and 1,079 in 16. So
twice.
Yeah, twice. Yep.
Because Matt was burning their ass up, and you couldn't key on that run.
Yeah. Yeah. So he had a good little run there, and then it just went downhill. Went like 800, and it just fell off a cliff.
He out the league now. I wouldn't be. He out the league. He don't play no more. Damn.
Yeah, man. So watching the coaches press conference today, they're asking Regone about what they have. I think it was Mike Rothstein asked him if has he seen enough from Ritter to believe he's the guy or whatever, and he didn't really answer it. He just said, I know he's got another game, and
Mhm.
he said what you really want to see with him and any young quarterback is the mental capacity of a QB, and basically he wants to push him as far as he can be pushed, basically, like till he just
Mhm.
feels totally, like. And he said that's kind of the point of the coach is to push a player past the point of their
Comfort.
comfortable, and so like that's, I think he responds well to that because even Arthur said earlier in the year that Dez, like the game we went to, the preseason game,
Mhm.
Arthur was chewing Desmond out, dude. Like I mean, like we were
Yeah. Yeah.
30
Yep.
feet away and he is chewing his
Mhm.
ass out. And
Mhm.
Desmond just looking him right in the eyes, like, Shay,
Yeah.
I got it. I say, and like they, the media asked him about that after the game. They're like, man, we saw this little exchange with you and Desmond, or it was just really just one-sided exchange. But, and he was like, no, Desmond responds. He's like, he likes that type of coaching.
Yeah.
He responds to that. And so great. I mean, that means you're tough. That's
Mhm.
fine. He said, guys grow at different rates. And you have to, and he's like, it's with these games, he's like, we have to take into account the variables about who we've played, where we played them, like his first game at the Saints, against a good
Mhm.
defense, Baltimore against a good defense, and he basically wants to look and see how is he going to handle this final week with his teammates, the communication within the teammates, and then of course, just the play on the field. How's it all going to work out? He said one thing he's so happy to see this year is the O-line within sync with each other. He said that they see their nonverbal communication has improved so much. And what we always talk about with the offensive line is that, the reason we've kind of like been more like, okay, we're re-signing McGarry is that continuity aspect of it
Continuity.
that makes the difference, and you got to have talent. Number one, you have to have it regardless of how continuity you can be sucky, but
Yeah.
have a really good unit together. But
Yes.
he's improved his level of play this year a lot. I mean, like his PFF grade, and I know that is whatever.
Mhm.
It's like 20 points higher than it was last year or any other point he's had in his
I
career,
don't
which is
even
a
like
huge
to
jump.
do, man. I don't even like to do, but you have to give him props. He has improved, and again, I've said this like 2 times on the show, but I have to say the third. The talent you have on the line is gonna be good. Like, of course, if you get a real talented player, but
Mhm.
all the coaches and experts will tell you it's continuity. It's like if you didn't have this extreme talent, but you just had some players that were kind of good. If you keep them together in the same unit for a while, you start to see like again, it's nonverbal. I know where he gonna be on this play. I know where his leg gonna be. I know how he shifts. I know exactly his speed. I know I could time it where he gonna be. When you get to doing that, you get magic, and you starting to see that in like the running game at least.
Yeah,
So
and he's
kind of
improved it.
cool. It's kind of
Yeah,
cool.
right, and he's improved the passing game too. He said his physicality
Mhm.
off the ball this year has improved a lot. And he said they play for each other, man. He said they're all there for each
Mhm.
other, and it's just a good unit. So, and like I said last week on our show, I mean, like or the recap show, that my underrated was Dwayne Lefford and the job he did this year with that
Yep.
group.
Yep.
I mean, like he just
That
amazing
was a
job
hell
with
of
them.
underrated. Yeah.
Yeah,
No, he really did because he had shit. If you remember, man, Matt was
last year
getting
was
killed, bro, and we
yeah,
couldn't run.
right.
And it was horrible. I mean, it was night. It's night and day. It's really night and day. So he really did his thing.
Yep, 100%. Yeah, and
He deserved a Pro Bowl. If he could go to Pro Bowl, I wish we could vote him in.
that's true. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
Very
he
true.
deserved it.
Oblivion was yeah. He said 2016 Turner. Yeah,
Turner, yeah, that's what I figured. I
yeah. You were
guess
close. You were close, Steve. Yeah,
Lorenzo.
I
Hey,
would have
Tell,
actually.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised he don't know the exact. Hey, come
I,
on, buddy. I know you got it.
I would have guessed Lorenzo first too, but I mean,
Right?
just you
Yeah.
forget Grady has like he's quietly goes up there and has those sacks. That he did. Christy, what's going on?
What up?
Appreciate you joining us. Yeah, so getting on to Dean P. So this was a little interesting too. And our boy, the Scottish Falcon, Des, what's up, brother? He said he's going to be watching on Saturday because couldn't make it tonight. Yeah, Scotland, got to go to bed a little bit early. I get it.
Love you,
But
buddy.
so he one thing they asked Pease about next season, and he said he doesn't know yet. He's going to talk with his wife, and it'll be a family decision because he's 73 years old, and a lot of different things come into play when you're 73 years old. So he's going to talk about it in the off season and figure out whether he's coming back or not.
Bruh,
So
I will get his graham crackers, like his apple juice, his little back thing he need for his back, whatever you need, buddy. Just come on back. All right, we're gonna get you some butterscotch candies, some of them some fat ass shoes where it's got like a Velcro strap instead of you having to tie them up. We just need you back, man. I love you, buddy.
All right. Well, you just answered my first in or out question. You do want Dean Pease
Yes,
back next year, in or out?
man, for as long as we can have him, because although he's old, you talking about a legend. You talking about a legend in football like John Madden is. Like he up there in them, he go in the rafters, man. He go in the Hall of Fame. Like you talking about a legend. So I'm like, I want him as long as we can get him, as long as he's coherent. No Joe Biden upstairs, but as long as you clear and you lucid, I'm all with you, buddy.
Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree. Huh?
You want to wait until in and out, or you want to answer this now? You want him back?
No, I'll answer it in a little bit. Yeah, I'll answer in a few. But no, and this is basically what Des was asking me. He said, if you could, what's your thought on Dean Pease possibly retiring again? And do you think the Falcons promote from within or bring someone in from another organization? And is there any names you would suggest? Have a great show. Des, we appreciate you, buddy. And I'll say this. I like the culture the change that Dean has brought to that defense. You can't deny that. I know he's done the best he could do with the players he has. Let's put it that way.
That's how I feel.
You should if you watch the entire season and every game like we have and every play like we have. Most of the time I watch the game twice every week. You've seen the defense get better throughout the year. There's been some holes, but I mean, like you've seen progressively, like especially these last 3 or 4 weeks, you see them make jumps, and they're still not great. They're not a great unit, but they're allowing less than 20 some odd points a game. So like they're still the bend don't break type of thing. But look at what we have out there: young guys on 1 and 2 year contracts, studs like Grady and AJ, but they cannot do it all by themselves. They have to have a supporting cast. That's why there's 11 guys out there. So there's a reason for that. I don't know that. I don't know that the 3-4 is really what we're like. I wouldn't. Grady's better set for a 4-3 because he's not a giant man. Yeah. Like when Anthony Rush was there, and I don't know what happened with the whole Anthony Rush thing, but he was a good.
Nobody knows.
No, he was a good like just space eater right there in the middle. What you have to have in a 3-4. If they're planning on getting one of those guys, great. But like Abdullah Anderson's played well. Like he's done a really good job next to Grady. But he's not going to be the guy next to Grady. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So like, it just depends on their philosophy. If they're wanting to, and nowadays it's such a pass heavy league too. They're not in their base defense very much anyway. It's a lot of nickels, a lot of dime. It's a lot. It's so you're not going to just because they say they're running a 3-4 doesn't mean they're in a 3-4 every down. They might be in the first down, and then after that they go on to a nickel or a dime. So it just depends on what they really want to scheme out, or how they want to change it. I think they could change it without too much of an issue, because if they brought in somebody that did say they did want to scrap the 3-4, go back to 4-3, however you want to say it, because the guys they've drafted, they're kind of interchangeable, to be honest with you. Like I can see that we've got so many guys. Isaiah Oliver, man, we'll talk about him a little bit more in a little bit. Great game last week. Even Peace actually said, I wrote it down. He said he told Isaiah that was one of the best games he'd ever seen as a cornerback have, like in his career. Like he said, he told me, I've coached a lot of good corners and safeties in my career. He's like, that's the best game, one of the best games I've ever seen a corner play. And dude, we talked about after the show that he was everywhere last week. He played nickel corner. He played safety. He played safety last week. He did some different things, and like he alluded to it earlier in the week. He said when you have a guy that understands where he's supposed to be, understands the scheme, like man, like that's great. So have somebody like that, and I really hope they bring Isaiah back, because now that he's really getting healthy, like you're seeing what that guy can bring to the team. My whole point I'm kind of getting off on a tangent here, but my point was you've got guys that are interchangeable. You can move around. Like you don't have guys that are like, oh, that's only a 3-4 guy. You don't have that. You know what I mean? Like, and if we do, like, if we change Evans's, if you don't want to bring Evans back, that's a possibility. You can make a change there. So either way, man, like I think regardless if Pease comes back, I still think the defense makes a big jump next year because of the free agency, obviously, and he knows that. Free agency, draft, all that stuff's going to have we're going to have a better defense next year, without a doubt. Even in this scheme, I think it'll be just fine. And it's funny because they ask him, and this is kind of tell you a little bit of how he thinks too. Josh Kendall asked him, if they can't, if like Terry and Arthur came to you and was like, "Hey, man, we got a perfect D lineman, linebacker, or corner for you. Which one are you taking and why? If you can only take
good.
one of them." Yeah, it was good. And he said, "Well," and he thought about it for a little bit, and he said, "Man, you always want the pass rusher because it's such a pass heavy league." He said, "But I'll probably have to take a corner that
I
can
knew he
cover."
was gonna say that.
That can cover in man, because he's like, I can if I need to, I can manufacture a pass rush. I can't really manufacture a guy playing man coverage really well, and you can't. And he said, you don't want to get stuck playing. It's hard to play zone all the time. Obviously, we've seen it, man. We've seen the problems this year playing zone. We could eat the fuck
Joe
up
Burrow
every game. So like, it's just I get it. Like, I understand. Like, you want and two, having that other corner outside of AJ, that helps the pass. That just helps the pass rush. So if you can get home with 4, that's even better. So he said, ideally, you want to have both. He said, you've got free agency this year. He's like, and like last year, he's like, he knew it. He referenced it. He's like, we didn't have a lot to spend last year. So he's like, that's not going to be a problem this year. So we hope to address it, both of them, in free agency and in the draft. So, it's kind of, I don't know. Like, I couldn't get a vibe one way or the other, whether he was leaning the way he talked about, having to talk with his wife and his family. I couldn't tell whether or not he was leaning toward, because again, you're 73.
Yeah.
How much do you want to keep going? And as far as the other part of Dez's question, who do I see? I mean, in-house, there's Frank Bush, who took over the duties when the game he got, the Saints game. He's been a defensive coordinator before, and I think Monachino has been a defensive coordinator before. They'd be the two in-house candidates. Outside of it, I know this is probably not going to happen, and because I just don't see it happening. But man, like, I think Steve Wilkes has earned that job at Carolina to get that head coaching job. I don't know. I don't know that he will get it, but the players came out in like full support of him, so that does mean something. But if by chance Steve Wilkes does not get that job and he does not end up head coaching somewhere, I'd love to have him as part of the defense. I'd run, because that dude, like, he has turned the Panthers. He's turned the Panthers around, dude. Like, I just don't know that he would come back. I don't know. We'll see. Who's that?
I got a good one for you, John. Johnny Yates on Out of Your Falcon Mind, live on his podcast. I gotta ask you, would you want? I'm not saying it would never happen, but if it came available that we could get Dan Quinn as a defensive coordinator, would Johnny Yates want Dan Quinn back on the Falcons? Or do you hate the man that much that you would say, hell no, I still don't want it? Just defensive coordinator.
No, I'm good.
Damn. Hey, Johnny Yates hate this. He got one of the best defenses in the NFL, and John, like,
I'm good. I'm
damn.
Good. I'm gonna get back. I'm gonna catch up with the with this chat here, but Alberto just said another guy I was gonna say as well, Brian Flores, I think he'd be solid too. Solid. Yeah, and no, it's not that I hate Quinn that much, which I know you think I do, which I mean, it's kind of fair. It's kind of fair. But I honestly, dude, look at that defense in Seattle that he had there. Look at the players he had there. Look at these players in Dallas that he's got over there.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, he tried to create that here. It didn't work. You know what I mean? Like, it just did not work. So, I mean, if you get the players, sure, maybe he can scheme shit up. But if you ain't got the players, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
I just not that big a fan of him, but I think everybody knows that. Willie said, I'll be fine if he don't come back. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I mean, I'm kind of, I don't know. I'm kind of indifferent on it. Like, I just think he would, the players, I think, like him a lot, and they want him to come back. But, we'll see. ATL Harris said, I think our defense has benefited from playing bad QBs, but overall, I'm happy with what Peace has done. Bimba don't break is frustrating to watch, but it maximizes what little talent we do have. 100%. Yeah, and I just think
like he does that great. Like,
yeah,
I think he like maximum, and that's why I cannot criticize the man. I don't know if you go into the apartment or the dorm of a college student, the person is broke, but I've seen some cool shit. Like, if you know how to hang up like your lights right, and you put your black light in your post, like, you could make it some cool shit. And you go and you're like, oh shit. And then you see some people who got money, who got a good job, some grown-ups, and you go in their apartment is shitty. So it's like, if you can maximize with this, like, I give you more props than this. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like he worked, man. It was the game when I forgot who he was playing, but our whole secondary was hurt.
Yeah.
And we hung in there because
Bengals.
of his skin. Yeah, it should have, man, they should have, man, 56-0. He always had us in the game, and we was rumbling. We was about to beat some pretty good teams. And I just feel like when he gets some talent, it's going to really show in like epic fashion. So I have to see that. Same as Arthur Smith, I'm saying I have to be able to judge you with some actual people on the field.
See, that's the kind of thing that I lean back on too, because like people that criticize the scheme, like it's kind of not fair because he doesn't really have the folks that can
do
like
it.
Dean
Yeah,
did a lot of stuff back at Baltimore, and even with New England, man, he disguises a lot of shit.
Yep.
So like the guys that are on the field, like if they start off in a certain look and they flip, like they've got to know. It's not just as easy as they flip. You flip. You may flip the look, but you still have to adjust to what you see in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
So that takes time. That takes a talent. That takes guys that have more talent sometimes that they can make up for some of the part they don't understand. It's kind of like Troy. Like Troy, he has all the athletic ability in the world, so he can make up some of the shit he does. Mentally he may not have yet. He can make up for it with his athleticism. But when he gets that mentally, then holy shit,
it's over.
You're gonna have a monster.
Yeah. Yep.
But so that's the only thing. Like I want to see. That's the only reason I'd say I'd be fine with Dean coming back, because I kind of would like to see what would happen with some upgrades, some serious upgrades at some positions, and seeing what we could do. Because I mean, like his defense, man, it was no joke. With Baltimore, that team he had again, though, studs on the defense, studs on the defense, in Patriots. I mean, like that's just that's what it was, man. Alberto, by the way, what's up, brother? Thanks for joining us, man.
What up?
He said, "What's up, fellas? Do you believe that ATL will benefit more from scheming back to 4-3? They have the personnel right now." Yeah, that's what we did. You might have just missed it, buddy. When we just talked about it, I do think they benefit from it. I think Grady's set better for a 4-3, but if they're going to insist being in a 3-4, you're gonna need that big nose tackle, or you got to find somebody. Like I said, I mean that's just kind of like you got to have that guy, that Vince Wilfork type of dude. You got to have that big dude in the middle there, because Grady's not just. I mean, Grady can move all around the line. He's not just he can mash up the interior, but he can play 5 if he had to. Big Pop said, after listening to the piece, I wouldn't be surprised if IO comes back as safety next year. See, I thought about that too, man. Oliver, he's 6 foot. He's listed at 6 foot 210, which is I think maybe the same as Richie, if not maybe even right around that same thing. The way he played last week, man, I wouldn't mind that. I mean, honestly, I mean, I think if he sticks around, I think he still may. And Pease is here, they still may use him in that hybrid type of role, and just kind of like whether it's a nickel corner, whether it's because I think he just understands what Dean was trying to do on defense. So, Alberto said Brian Flores. Yeah, Big Pop agreed. Brian Flores for sure.
Yeah.
So I mean, like, both would be good. I don't know that I honestly don't think they would do it in-house type of thing. I don't know that they would give it to Frank Bush or Montecino. I think they would. I mean, I would probably go out there and. Yeah, and they probably got
every parent who done like gave the keys to a Porsche or to like a Lambo to their unqualified teenager, the teenager is deceased and they wrapped it around the tree. So I don't want to spend all this bread on all these cool players and then just be like, oh, hey man, Frank Bush. Dog, he started off that game horrifically when he took over. It was horrible at first. I was thinking like, dog, I had all these Bush jokes, but then he turned it around. So then I erased them. But I had like 10 already for the podcast, but then he turned out to be all right. But I don't trust you like that, buddy, hell no.
Yeah, I don't see that happening. I mean, and he talked about Rashawn, how he's just he said he loved Fourier. He said loved Fourier, but he said
that was my man, dog.
Yeah, but he said obviously Evan stepped in without a didn't miss a beat. Just went out there and balled out this year. Not so much in coverage, but he's not not really.
He's not full coverage. Yeah,
no, he's usually not. So he thought all the rookies had done well and developed well over the course of the season. He thought that was indicative of how the defense has improved throughout the season, because a lot of them on defense are rookies, and AK and Malone, Anderson, and guys in their second year like Richie and your boy Jalen there. So that's I mean I can't disagree with him there really. So yeah, man. So overall, dude, what you predicting for the score? And I know it's gonna be kind of a tough one because we don't know
Um,
who's going to be playing for them, but
yeah,
throw it
tw-
out there anyway.
24-7 Falcons.
Ooh, an ass whooping.
I say we kick their ass because I don't think that he's gonna play those guys. I think he will play everybody for a one quarter, except for Brady. I think he'll do like one drive, and then he'll sit everyone down. I think he want everyone to like to dress up and still be focused on playbook, but just for a quarter or a few, then he gonna put in all backups. And if we cannot demolish or destroy the backups, and I think that we will be hyped because Tyler gonna get that 100 yards, and I think it's gonna electrify the team on both sides. When he get that 100 yards, the team, but it's a whole young team. When he get that 100 yards, what that's gonna do to that team. If you remember when he like iced the game, and I keep saying it, when he iced the game, you remember he got up and like, and the
Yeah.
whole team was excited, like, oh shit, like it's like they feed off of each other because they in the same boat. Hey man, I'm a rookie. You only been here for 1 year. Do you understand? We losing, but they kind of all the same. I bet they hang together. They all around the same age. If he get that 100 yards, it's going to electrify the team, and it's going to double and triple, and we going to beat the shit out the Bucs. I have no doubt in my mind. But if he don't get the 100 yards, who knows? But if he get the 100 yards, what it's going to do when he break the 100 yards and they know he got 1,000 and it's on the jumbotron, like all hell going to break loose. It's going to be awesome, man.
I'll go 27-17 Falcons.
Okay.
I think Desmond throws 2 TDs this weekend.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I mean, I kind of, but I hope they kind of let him go a little bit. Like, you know, I mean, like I hope Tyler gets his 100. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I hope Tyler gets his 100, but I hope they let him kind of just rip it a little bit. Yeah. I mean, like take some opportunities. You know, toss it down and watch him back. Yeah, and then watching back that game last week, a lot of folks were giving him shit for not going deep. Man, there wasn't there many shots. They were taking away those deep shots damn near every time, and the one he threw was dead on the money. So I mean,
it was beautiful too.
Yeah, his check downs decisions were good for the most part. Like that's what you wanted to see. Like I came out feeling better watching it the second time, and seeing some of the all 22 as well. Like it just looked. He looked a lot more.
And I want him to start off with the check down. I think that it's important that you kind of like, man, master that first, because I don't care about the length of the throw. If you threw it short or long, but the check is a lot, man. It's like a lot of times it's like a mental thing. It's that you understood the play, you understood everybody was covered, and then you checked it down. So it's more, even though the way that y'all see is he only threw for 4 yards, you threw that dumbass play. It's a mental thing where he understanding football properly.
Yeah.
Oh, 1, 2, 3, okay, 4, and then I enjoy that.
Our buddy Damsky talks about it a lot on Twitter and on some of his when he pops in on podcasts about like the box score watchers. Like you can't first of all you can't not watch the game and then look at a box score. You can't do that.
No.
But you also can't just watch the game and look at the box score either, because it's not going to tell you everything about the game. Like and I'm not trying to sound like, you know, an asshole or anything, but like, you know, there's more to the game than just hiking the ball and then throwing it to somebody. Like there's a lot more to it. You know, and they have seconds to make those decisions, like seconds, you know, so, you know, the fact that he's processing all that the way he is, he's making the checks at the line, the way he's seeing it, you know, and it's going to be a debate the entire offseason, whether or not he's the guy. It's going to be, this is going to continue and continue, you know, and it's going to heat up around the draft. I mean, I'm sure, if, like I said, some of those QB, if Stroud falls down, or, you know, who I'm not really big on Levis. I have to watch more on Levis, but like some of these other guys that have been talked about, if they're up there, I mean, this is all the speculation is going to be swirling around it. But like, I just, for me, I hope he goes out and kills it this week, you know, has a great day, has a great stat day, you know, gets some touchdowns, makes the fans, you know, feel like, okay, this could be the guy type of deal, and just chill a little bit. Cause, you know, I would love to pay my quarterback $1.2 million for the next 2 or 3 years.
Oh man, you and me both. Yeah.
And interesting, Ritter got to his check downs a ton, and every single time it was the right choice. To be honest, I don't know if he made a wrong decision that entire game versus Baltimore.
And I've seen that. Yeah. And so when you saw me hype, like, oh, he the guy, it's what I'm talking about. Is all I need you to do is not do anything stupid. And can he throw deep? Yes. Can he be accurate? Yes. Can he throw some heat if he need to throw some heat? Yeah. Can he take off if he need to take off? Yeah. And he understand when he got to check down. What more can I ask for him to be doing? He got a whole offseason to master this. And he got Kyle Pitts, and we're gonna have better tools. I'll take the 1.3. I'm with you.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
I was watching Uncle Steve's Lounge the other night. Shout out to Uncle Steve, by the way. We're gonna have Uncle Steve on soon. That dude's awesome.
We gotta have Uncle Steve on.
I was watching his show, and I think somebody commented and said like he looked like he was slow as Matt running. I'm like, what? He ran like 4.5 at the. He's not as slow as Matt. I promise you that.
And I will tell you this: it was two of the plays that he took off. I know exactly what you're talking about. He seen, but you gotta understand, he wasn't in the full sprint. He was just like, oh, shifty. But of course, and nowhere is he slow as Matt. Bruh, I'm probably faster than Matt Ryan. I mean, and I love him, but man, bruh, Nana is probably faster than Matt Ryan.
That's probably at this point. You might be right.
He is not a fast guy.
You could be right at this point, man. As sad as it is. All right, man. So we'll go on into in or out.
Spike that ball. That was some of the best shit. When Matt Ryan spiked that ball, that shit sent electricity through. I'm like, what are you doing?
The one in Buffalo when he got the penalty?
Yeah, that's when he got the penalty.
Count?
It didn't even count.
It was such a Matt Ryan play.
I have never seen him do that. I'm like, what are you? He got tough. I'm like, man, but that's Matty Ice for you, man. I love that dude, man.
Oh, I know. That was
man. Ring of Honor. I need you to go out, and we will be there when you go in the ring, buddy. Promise.
Actually, Uncle Steve talked about your comment on the Sean His show about bringing him back as a backup.
Oh yeah, okay. So, Uncle Steve,
Then it was, I mean, I think him and most of the panel agreed that it probably wouldn't happen just because what we thought. And I told him, I was like, man, like I said, dude, Mike is because I commented on the thing. I said, Mike is Matt's biggest fan. It's like a pipe dream for him to have been here and just like cultivate this young little baby quarterback into like in his own image and that type of thing. And so like he knew it was just he was just
win number 2 and go up.
Right. So I hopefully Matt, hopefully Matt's called it a day, man. He can't look back at the season and be like, that was a success. I mean, there's no way. Yeah.
Just as part of us, man, it's what I always tell myself. Just as part, I think that we all mastered. Like, man, when to jump into something. We know when it's time to start with a girl, or start with a dude, or start at a job. We all know that when it's time to go in. We have struggles when it's time to get rid or trying to dead something. When it's time for something to be over. We all struggle with, no, I can still hang. And we cling to shit that should be over. And I just hope you don't, bro, you are old, but you can stand up straight. You can walk. Just walk off, man. You are rich. Go ahead, walk off, man. You ain't got nothing else to prove.
Dude, it hurt me, man, when I had to come to the realization I couldn't dunk anymore.
See what I'm saying?
Like I'm lucky I haven't blown an Achilles trying to dunk out there. You know what I'm
saying? Yeah. Like you gotta let something go. Yeah.
That shit, because I was one of the few, I mean, I'm only 6'1", but it was two hands, but I could dunk. I know what I mean? Like I could get up there. But yeah, there was a time there, like I was probably, I don't know, 35-ish, and I was playing outside with Liam. Let me try this. Nah,
it didn't happen.
It wouldn't happen. But I mean, I'd have to train pretty well to get that back up there. But that's how it happened. But yeah, no, you're right, man. Hopefully, his family sits there and talks to him like, hey, Matt, buddy, we love you too much. You gotta come on. We don't want to see you
get hurt. And man, come back to Georgia. He do great charity work. He still got the house in Georgia. We'd love to have you back. He'd be like a broadcaster or consultant, man. You start a podcast, you call me on. It's lit, But just come on back, man, because I think he'll be great. And it's like, man, a Kobe Bryant. If Kobe was alive, you would see greatness past the court. Kobe was going. I'm telling you, Kobe was great in everything. 100%. Kobe was going to be something. He was going. Because his like same drive, he was going to put to like something else, and you was going to see something else. In the same greatness. I think that with Matt, he'll be great at something else. So proceed onward, buddy.
Nah, I'm totally with you. One time for the fan. What's happening,
brother?
One time
for the fan. What's up?
On, if y'all don't know, that's our boys. Y'all make sure you check them out. Subscribe to their channel. Fantastic podcast. Those guys go to away games all the time.
Yeah.
Rise Up Tour,
Them
check
real
that
Falcon
out.
fans.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Rise Up
yep.
Tour is awesome. That's all the group that goes to away games. Definitely, man. Check them out. And we're gonna keep doing collabs with them for as long as we do this thing because they're great dudes, all of them.
Yep.
All right, man. So we're gonna play some in or out for anybody that's new to the show. In or out is a game that we play on our preview show at the end of the show. And it could be Falcons, it could be sports, it can be totally nothing to do with sports. It could be anything. We're just going to tell each other something. We're either in or out. You can expand on it or not. And go from there. Buddy, you want to start? You want me to start?
You started off, buddy. You started off.
Okay. Well, you already kind of answered it for me, but since it is on my list, you did confirm you do want Dean Peace back. That's like, you definitely want him back. That's it.
Definitely.
All right. And by the way, anybody in the chat, feel free. Y'all can respond back to these two. I'll make sure to throw it up on the screen. So if y'all want Dean Peace back, let me know. I'm good with it. I'm good with it. I'm not going to be.
I ain't like that tone, John, because you kind of said I'm good with it, but I don't. Now hold on.
This is not here.
Want it?
Here's the thing, man. Like I would be. I do want it. I do want it. I'll put it that way. But if it doesn't happen, like I'm not gonna be like, oh shit, because we're not. We don't. It's not like we're pigeonholed with a bunch of guys that only play that. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of what I said earlier. Like we got a bunch of guys that are could play 4-3. We can versatile, very versatile. So like I'm good. But we'll see. Nacho's a great show. Thank you, brother. You appreciate it, man. One time to definitely bring Peace back. Yeah, I mean, I think that's kind of the overall. I mean, I've definitely seen both. I just think, like I said, man, you got to see him cook with what we're going to get next year and see. And then if that's not good enough, then yeah, you probably let's be honest. At 74, he's probably hanging it up.
Hey man, let Pop cook. You know how they say, man, Russ. Man, let Pop cook.
Let Russ.
So that's what we
say. Russ ain't cooked in fucking.
Pop cook. Hey, he don't eat. He don't cook.
He's popping TV dinners right now, brother. He's doing all the best he can.
I mean, all TV dinners. He ain't.
He's got those healthy choice going on.
Yeah, healthy choice. That's all. All right.
All right, go ahead.
I got one for you, Johnny Yates. Are you in or out on the entertainment of drunken rants? Okay, because I'm gonna tell you why I'm in. I just heard one. Carlton Banks is ruining my childhood right now. If y'all didn't see Carlton, I can't even repeat what Carlton was caught on stage saying. He was on some stage at a concert. He grabbed the mic and went on a rant about white women. Oh, he loved white women. He was rhyming about white women. He said, "Oh, if you ain't seen Carlton Banks, the minute this show go off, Google Carlton Banks get on stage. Like the real." His name is like Alfonso something or whatever his name is.
He does America's Funniest Home Videos now.
Yes, I'm talking about. How you view him as he wholesome and innocent. Well, he was drunk and he got on stage somewhere in front of he was at like a concert and he grabbed the mic and went on like a white girl rant about white girls. He loved white girls, and so that's the takeaway. But he was rhyming about them. He said some vulgar shit, but he just go look at it. But I'm in on drunken rants. I love it. How about you, buddy?
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, if I'm at a party not now, but used to when I was back in my partying days. Yeah, if any of my buddies, if you like, you have the buddies that are like good drunks, funny drunks, whatever. And you have the ones you can't take out of the house. Yeah, because you're going to end up in a fight. Got a few of those too. So, but yeah, no, the funny ones. Oh yeah, I'd sit there and just if I wasn't drunk myself, sit there and just listen on for
just egg it on. Yeah.
Oh yeah, of course. And then, but if you're drunk too, then you just make it even worse.
Yeah.
It's just I know.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, man. Are you in or out, buddy, on having breakfast for dinner? Like you in and out, like 6 o'clock, little eggs and bacon, waffles.
Yeah. And let me tell you why I do. I think it's good for your brain and your spirit to switch up things every once in a while. I don't care because all this shit that we view as in stone, how you're supposed to do it, is just something that whoever just made up. So it's just, I say you can switch it up. And it does, I don't know why it tastes better sometimes in the evening. Yeah. I'm in.
Yeah, I'm in too, buddy. Yeah. Yeah, because I mean, we had some, Amanda fixed some waffles yesterday, and it was the first time we had it in a while, but it was like 7 p.m., had the bacon going and everything. It was nice. It was nice. No other stuff about that. Yeah. So
And I've
What you
had
got?
Waffle House at like midnight
Dude, you got
several
everybody.
times.
Yeah,
So, yeah,
of
everybody's
course.
done
Yeah.
that. So I got one. Are you in or out on always carrying around in your back pocket a little bit of fuck it? And I'm gonna tell you why that I'm in. It's on checking out. Are you in or out on checking out? So I have been having all sorts of things that are just weighing on me. All right. I'm still in good spirits, but I go out for the dog. Me and the dog outside walk, and I come in and I'm like, everything in my apartment is drenched wet. And I open up the door and I look at it and I say, I'm like, why is God whooping my ass like this? I'm thinking that this is unreal. And it's exactly what I did. I said, damn. And I shut the door back and we went and got 2 slices of curry cake from Publix and we sat in the car and we ate. I checked out. I hit on YouTube. And I just was on YouTube. He had a slice. He didn't use a fork, of course. And I had a slice and we sat in the car and watched YouTube for about not like an hour and a half. And then I walked in. I was like, hey man, I mean but are you in or out on just checking out sometimes? Just checking out.
I couldn't be more in.
I love it, buddy.
Because man, like I learned this a long time ago. I didn't say a long time ago. I've gotten better as you get older, man. Like there's way too many things not to get upset about.
Yes.
Like,
Yep.
you know what I'm saying? Like it's stuff you can't control.
Yep.
Like it's so much easier said than done. But like that, man, like what are you gonna do? You walk in like
What
your
can
shit's
you-
all wet. Like
Yeah.
you can throw a tantrum, but your shit's still gonna be wet. So you might as well just like,
or you go get some
fuck
carrot cake.
Yeah, you get some carrot cake and you enjoy the night. You say, you know what? I'll take care of this tomorrow.
And exactly what I did.
You call the office in the morning and say, guess what happened last night? My shit's all wet.
Exactly.
Guess who's fixing it? It's not me.
Come fix it. Yep.
So yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm totally in 100%, man. I on a daily basis, man. You know this too from running on your own business. Like there's so many things you run into.
Oh man.
You just you can't just attack everything. You just you know what? Fuck it. I'm good. I'm just
fuck it.
Yeah. That's
So,
I need a
heard
mug that says that.
Man, you heard that on Out of Your Falcon Mouth. Always carry, just like chapstick or mint, carry a little bit of fuck it around with you everywhere you go. You just
It's important. It's important, man.
Important.
All right, brother. Today, I think it's today, anniversary of Mike Vick going up to Green Bay and whooping that ass for the first time ever. Green Bay lost in the playoffs to us, the Atlanta Falcons. Are you in or out? Mike Vick is the most exciting athlete on the Falcons, if not Atlanta sports history.
I'm
Exciting.
gonna tell you why.
This can be basketball, baseball, anything.
I'm gonna tell you, I have a hard time saying it's not Deion. It's not Deion. But I think this, for his generation, he was the most exciting. I think for primes, he was the most. You had never seen a dude with a jerry curl and a gold chain and some snake skin boots and some gold. Like you hadn't seen that. And then a person that was talking shit, like the punts coming, and he dancing like, watch this. I'm going to the house. I'm going to the house. And you thinking like, well, he can't call it. He can't call a play. It's football. It's not like boxing. Or you can't see. It's not a 3-pointer. And then he'll score. Dude, sitting there with like, what the? How can you just? It's it's a team trying to stop you. How can you do that? And then dance. So it'd be at the 20-yard line. He high stepping. Why you high step? It's the 20-yard line. He already doing like this from the 20.
Dude, he high stepped from the 50 one time.
When the 50. So it was times that I remember he had smoked this dude. Then he turned around and he had the ball like here, like you can't catch me. It was like we had never seen somebody that was dancing and was electrifying like that. I still don't know if it was like a better showman, but Vic was the human joystick. Like that was like Madden. Like to see him was like to see a video game, and you just like it was a play he played against the Minnesota Vikings. If y'all remember that, it was just like, bro, this is unreal. Like I've never seen this either from a quarterback. Yeah. He's just running you in circles, and it's like he was something different. But I'll have to say Deion. Like he's the most exciting. He made me like the sport of football.
Yeah, no, me too. No, I mean,
yeah, he's the most exciting player I ever seen. But to go in the Lambeau Field, man.
Yeah. So I'll just to be different, I'll say that he is and I'll go with this.
Mm-hmm.
But which, by the way, side note, he is currently Liam's quarterback on his ultimate team on Madden.
Love it.
So
Love
he's
it.
got, listen to this. He's got, I think, a 94 Vic. He's got a 93 Bo Jackson as his running back.
Oh, God.
He has a 92 Deion Sanders as a wide receiver.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, Liam.
That's what I love, and that's what's so awesome about Madden. Like, I know Madden gets some shit from everybody, but like the fact, like my 12-year-old is learning about some of these older players by playing
He
it.
would have never known. Yep.
Oh, he's asking me, and he's like, "Hey, is Bo Jackson good? You know, was Lawrence Taylor good?" I'm like, "Dude, like, come on, let's talk." You know, like, and I'll bring up YouTube, show him different videos. Like, it's so awesome, man. Like, just to have him like learn about it.
It's like he's like 11 or 12. He has 2K, right? And it is amazing that this boy is like he's like 11 or 12. All he talked about when I was home was, yeah, man, because like Allen Iverson, like Akeem Olajuwon, I'm like Larry Bird. I'm like, what the like he know who like Vince Carter is. Like, he loves Vince Carter because he put the arm in the rim. And I'm like, but these are all stuff he should know about.
Right.
So you gotta love the games for that reason.
100%.
You gotta love them. Yeah.
Oh yeah, man. Nacho said, I remember that game in Green Bay. It was the first game I saw. Oh wow, of the Falcons, and from there I became Dirty Bird for life. I love it, man.
Love it.
Wallace, what's up, brother?
Wallace,
baby. Let's see. Joel said you taught him well, bro. I appreciate that, man. I try, man. I try.
He really did. Yep.
I try. Alberto said Liam was a genius. Great job, man.
See?
Thank you, buddy. I think bringing up Falcons. I think now is a good time to bring up Falcons fan, man. He's gonna reap the rewards here in the next few years. I think we're in a good spot. Yep. So anyway, back to Vic. Yeah. So I think, man, the hype surrounding Vic coming into the league, like, you know, that, like, at that point, like, you never seen, like, Cordell Stewart, Randall Cunningham, like, that was about it. Like, yeah. And it was nothing like Mike. I mean, like, Mike was something else. And like, he was the type of guy.
Thanks, John. Thanks, man. I appreciate it, buddy. Yeah. Like, I
mean,
but thanks, man.
You know how I feel about you. But no, I mean, he was literally like, this is before the days of DVR and shit. Like, I think, maybe right around the same time. But anyway, like, you had to be like, you couldn't leave the room, like, because like that next play was, you don't know what's going to happen that next play. Like that play that Minnesota, like you're talking about, he split two defenders and went like 50 some odd yards for a touchdown, ran to the I mean, like, you just never knew what that dude was going to do. Yep. So like, yeah, I think, you know, basketball wise, you're looking at what, probably Dominique, you know, like Trey Young maybe now, you know, and Braves, you know, of course, Chipper. I think Ronald Acuna is probably a second, like really close second with the hype he brought with him. But yeah, I'd have to say you're right though. Him and Deion right there, 1A and 1B. I don't think you can go wrong either way. Depending on when you came up, you know.
Yeah, yep.
So,
but I'm gonna tell you why I enjoy those two, because they don't even understand how they brought the people that are still. He's gone, and there's still people who they brought in to our home who are still fans.
Dude, how many folks you brought on this show that are fans?
They said one or the other. Yeah. One or the other. Yeah. Who said Deion Sanders or Vic? But a lot of people said Vic. Like, he brought a lot of people back. I'm telling you, like, he really did something for us, man. So I ain't got nothing bad to say about it.
You got another one?
Yeah, man. I got one for the new year. For the new, it's great for the new year. Are you in or out that the healthy snacking can be delicious?
Oh, I'm in.
I'm in. I'm gonna tell you why, man. I just want to show y'all something.
Are we gonna get a sponsor here? What are we doing?
Oh man, I gotta show you guys something. Okay, so I just want to show y'all that, like, I eat good all the time, but this is some good shit. Like these Con bars, the blueberry kind, the Con bars, honey oat kind. I don't know what this is. The trail mix from Trail Valley, that shit in the granola bar, like maple syrup granola bar, and this.
Good God.
A carrot cake granola bar. I mean, I'm gonna eat this now. I don't even care what y'all talking about on the show.
Your fiber being taken you through the roof.
Oh man, I just before we started the show, I was down bad. But I'm just saying,
it really wasn't technical difficulties. You were just on the toilet.
Oh no, I was thinking shit. Hey man, I'm out of my Falcon mind. But listen, Healthy snacking, it's like good. You remember how in the day, if you wanted to be healthy and snack, you had to eat like a rice cake,
Oh
some
God,
shit with
yeah,
no flavor.
gross. Yeah.
I think it's like healthy snacks that taste good now. I'm in. I went to the store the other day. You see, I picked all this shit out. It's healthy snacks that really taste good. Are you in or out, buddy?
Of course, I'm in. Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely, 100%. Now I do have some of those, and I've got like some of the honey roasted almonds are one of my favorite.
Yeah. Yes.
Good
Yeah.
stuff. Good stuff. Yeah, man. All right, my last one. All right, so you see this is my beard here is little gray, little maybe even some whites in there. I don't even know.
All
You in or
right.
out on dudes coloring their hair or their beard as they
Oh,
get older?
here's what I say. This is what I always say. I got a strong opinion on that.
No shit.
Don't. Here's how I feel. If your hair starts to go mostly gray, let it go gray because it'll look awesome when it's all gray.
Hmm.
All right. If your hair, but if you have the little one here and one here and one, man, color that shit. That shit look insane, man. Just look, if it's uniform, it look good. When it's all black, it look good. When it's all gray, it look dope. But your hair, no.
Just let it go.
Young, I swear to y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all some real, and I'm being dead ass. In about 2 years, I'm gonna shave my entire head bald.
I won't even know who you
I
are.
Yo, I do not believe, dog. You gotta steer into age. Y'all be trying to clean. I'm trying to get old. I think I'm gonna be a handsome older man when I'm all gray. I think I'm gonna look goddamn good, But you gotta steer into old age. It's people that take all type of you putting all type of things in your body when your penis now just like a noodle. Don't just start ingesting and putting all type of topical creams on your head. Man, you gotta let shit go. It's all right to be older. And especially if you got kids and a wife, man, who you trying to be sexy for, man? You are taken. Yeah, that shit is it's just you and your wife, and she know how you look at your worst. She know how you look at your best. There's no point in you doing all of this upkeep. If you're not on Instagram as a girl in your 20s, it's no point in you doing that. So I'm saying steer into old age. So I say if it's going gray, man, then you just leave it alone. If you going bald, you let it go bald. You steer into it, man. You don't try to fight it with all them chemicals. Man, I did that shit one time, man. I swear to God, just for men. Like man, I got, and this shit made my heart speed up. I'm not being
Was it
funny,
like
like it
the
because it say brush it into the, and
okay?
my heart sped up. I'm never fuck, man. That shit is like I said. I don't want, man. You don't put all that stuff in your body. If you got something natural, like a few little. But if it's
Hmm.
gray, man, just let it go gray, man. Because it look dope. Like your shit look great like that.
No, I was about to ask you. So like I've got like, the mustache in here like is a little more brown-ish,
But
and
it
like
looks
the sides are
mostly
like more
gray.
like gray, you know what I mean? So like it was well, Mama Cottrell said here, John, the beard mustache looks great on you. Thank you very much. I
See?
mean, well, and I have never put color in it. A couple of my buddies, same issue, like yeah, they did. And I bought some shampoo that's it's beard wash, but it's like a natural beard wash that like
Yeah.
it's not going to like all of a sudden I wash it and it just turns brown all of a sudden. It's supposed to
Yeah.
like just change over time because
Naturally
like
over time.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't expect it to just go like brown again, and I'm fine with that. But I didn't necessarily want to look like Santa Claus either. By the time I'm like 40, I'll be 41 in like 3 weeks.
Yeah,
So like
yeah.
I didn't want like if I keep going the rate I'm going, like it's going to be all gray/white, whatever the hell it is, in like 2 or 3 years. So I was like, if it can like just gradually, I'm good.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So
See,
yeah.
see, see, I want that. I've been envisioning me as like an older man with a bald head with a gray goatee. I just think it'll look amazing, man. I'm
I
I'm
might
ready for my
I might shave the head too. To be honest with you,
dog. I'm
I'm
gonna
getting
tell
there.
because
I'm getting there.
dog, when you as you get older, you gonna start getting a little thing up top where it's
Yeah,
gonna start getting thin and your hair in the front
genetics,
gonna start
buddy.
getting thin. It's just gonna happen to you. Rather
Genetics.
than have that comb over shit or that shit where it just look crazy, just shave it.
Yeah.
Just shave it off. Just take it off and be a
Kind of like
clean.
Kind of like Kevin, kind of like Kevin Durant. You seen him recently? It's time. It's time.
No, that's what I'm
It's
saying. Just
time.
take
Yeah.
it off and
Yeah.
like have the smooth, shiny one.
Mhm.
It looked good on everybody. It looked
Yeah.
great. And when you shave your head and you got the shiny boy, it looked great. I'm doing it in about 2 years. I'm telling you, I'm gonna cut these dreads off. I'm gonna give them to a little cancer kid. I'm gonna give him. You gonna see like a cancer kid. He gonna look like a rapper. He gonna
That's
have
great.
cancer on. You know, man. Monday he gonna be like a rapper on Tuesday. He gonna have full dreads.
So
I'm gonna give it to him. And
I've never known you without dreads. So it's gonna be a weird adjustment for me.
it's gonna be weird. I'm telling you, I think it's gonna be weird for everybody. I'm like, ugh. But then as they get used to it, they're like, he looks okay. Because everybody gonna say he looks hideous at first. Oh, you look gross. You shouldn't have done it.
Oh,
But I got
man,
one
that's
more,
hilarious.
man.
All right, one more.
I got one more. I gotta say, are you in or out that guilt has left the building in the world? Young. Here's why I'm saying that. I think that guilt is a sign that you're a good person. When you do something wrong, you should feel guilty. It should kind of like eat you up, and you feel bad about it, and then you rectify the shit you did wrong. What I've been seeing a lot from a lot of people is there is no more guilt. It's like I've seen people who get caught cheating and be like, man, I did what the fuck I did, or I mean, yeah, I got caught, so what, like, and you're like, damn, and it's like, I'm just watching a lot of people get caught for stuff or be in spaces where, like, man, you don't feel bad about this, and the person be like, I could kill, I don't really, how, I mean, that shit ain't me. And that attitude of shit, it ain't me. So how would I feel bad because I hurt somebody I don't even get? Like, it'd be like, dog, I'm in a space right now where a person has lied on me and told a story that he know is not right and wrong. Now I could get 40 years in jail for some bullshit story you told. You still plan on dropping the charges, like you still playing like I'm gotta think about. Let me see what's the. I'm like, this shit ain't bother you on Christmas. It ain't bother you on like Sunday when you was preaching.
I was gonna say I don't want to mention what he
For the
does for a
New Year.
living, but
No, he a preacher. That shit ain't bother you when you was spewing about patience and forgiveness and love. It just what that shit ain't bothering you none. How about man, a new year? When it's a new year and you letting all like your little old stuff go, it ain't bothering you none. I be wanting to ask people that, man, this shit ain't bothering you none. What you doing over here? I'm like, man, if it don't bother you, I hope I can't even say.
yeah,
I can't even say for legal reasons. I'm gonna stop it
I'll
there.
stop you there.
I'm gonna stop it there. But I'm saying this: guilt to me has left the building with a lot of people. I think that I have to say this: it don't matter if your boyfriend or your girlfriend is around. How you conduct yourself, it should invoke like pride.
Just lost Mike. Man, he was just about to hit a point too. Oh well. He should be back in a second. There he is. Continue your point, buddy. I got you.
I don't know why my earpiece is no, but I'm cool. I think y'all can still hear me. So what I was saying was, it's just guilt should be a thing in your life. It should be always on you that if you do something bad, you feel bad. If you do something good, you feel good. I don't see that from a lot of people anymore. It's like if they do something bad or they cheat or they lie or they scam or they steal, it's like, well, I ain't get caught or who cares? And I'd be thinking like, I just feel like it's left the building. So it's you supposed to feel bad when you do bad. It should eat you up until you make it right. And I just don't see that now. So I think it's left the building.
Yeah, I think a lot of it's accountability. I think some people don't want to take accountability for their actions or for what they do. So I mean, I think it happens way too often. Some folks are, but I mean, like obviously in the case you're talking about, I mean, beyond ridiculous. Like I can't even say what I want to say.
Yeah. Oh, I can't.
Let's just put it that way.
But I would tell y'all this: the day this is all over, I'm gonna need 30 minutes. Oh, I'm gonna need 30. I'm gonna give y'all the best.
Do you? Before we close out the show here, do you want to plug whatever you got going on in a couple of weeks? Not yet. Okay.
Not yet. I will say this though: in 2 weeks, I will have some creative, amazing shit for y'all at some point. I promise you, it will blow your mind.
All right, that's fair enough.
Yeah.
All right. So, guys, that was it. That was our last preview show of this season. Our first full season, even though we started last year, it wasn't really a full season. We started like 5 weeks in. So, thank you all for hanging with us this year. We're not done, of course. We're gonna have a recap show. Probably not Sunday, since we're gonna be jumping on with Smitty right after the show. We'll probably do ours Monday, and talk about it, and maybe have a guest or two on. We'll see who we can line up for that. And then, of course, man, we're going to start. I want to start diving into some college film here in about a week, probably sometime this week, actually, and we'll start lining up our draft shows. So make sure you keep an eye on the channel for that. On social media, of course, Out of Your Effing Mind on Twitter, our Instagram, which we use a little bit of, and then Facebook, which I again use a little bit of, mostly Twitter. But we'll put all that stuff out there. But we do plan on having these full draft shows like we did last year. We'll have a position group, and we'll go through different players in a position group, talk about them, the good, the bad, what we like about them, etc. If they fit our team, who we want, all that good stuff. We'll probably do however many mock drafts like everybody does before the draft and see what we can get right. And then free agency, of course, we'll have a lot of free agency shows. Well, not a lot of free agency shows. We'll have a few free agency shows for sure to talk. I'm sure we'll talk about free agency regardless, moving on throughout this. So that's all we're going to be talking about anyway. And we'll have, and we do plan on shows during the playoffs. So we'll be talking about the playoffs every week, which of course there'll be Falcons talk every week as well. So make sure you tune in for them, and we'll be doing again some crossovers with One Time for the Fan coming up. Can't wait for that. We'll be doing some with Smitty and Alberto, and just whatever else comes along, man. So we're gonna get Uncle Steve here on the show pretty soon. So like, just keep an eye, man. We're gonna keep just. It's a good time to be a Falcons fan, man, because I'm not trying to toot our own horn, but I think you got a lot of great creators out there doing a lot of good work for the Falcons, supporting our team, and we're just glad that you guys chose us as one of them to watch or listen to. We can't tell you how much we appreciate it, especially just since we started going to YouTube, how it's been just picking up, man. I got the words for it, man. It's just awesome. I appreciate it, and Mike does too.
Man, man, it truly has been a great ride. Again, like John said, it's our first full season, but you guys have just been great. We would not have a show if it wasn't for you guys. And again, all the people that do this who've been kind to us, and every person who did like the 5-star review, that's small to you, but that means so much to us, to the people who actually took the time, because I didn't even do that. And I have great podcasts that I love that I didn't do that until I started one, and I realized how much that meant. So if you haven't done that, just take please some seconds and just go do that. And the people who did do that, I love you to death for that, because that meant the world to us. It helped us grow substantially, man.
100%, man. And on that note, make sure you guys hit the like button for us. Subscribe every time, or not subscribe. Hit the like button every time. Subscribe if you haven't already. Tell a friend, tell a family member. Just help us keep growing, man, because all we want to keep doing, like Mike said, we wouldn't be doing this still if we weren't getting listeners and viewers and stuff wasn't going up, and we weren't making the kind of relationships that we're making now. So it's awesome. We love it. Hang on a second before we get out of here. Joel said, Mike, I'm going to need that hoodie, bro.
Dog, my brother had this made. So this is one.
You serious?
You won't see this again. I had this made specifically for me. I'm out of my fucking mind.
I love it. Damn, you should have made me one. That's fucking awesome.
It's dope.
Yeah. Anyway, all right, boys and girls, we appreciate y'all tuning in, watching this live tonight. Thank you all in the chat. Thank you guys watching this now after we've recorded. Catch us Sunday right after the game on Spitty Sports Machine. Catch us Monday. We'll figure out a time for the recap show. Then we'll be back probably. We'll just see how the schedule goes out. If there's crazy news, then we'll jump on and do a show. If not, it'll probably be the week after that. But just like I said, keep your eye on the channel, keep your eye on the Twitter page. And that's that, man. We appreciate you guys so much, and we will catch you on Sunday. Mike, anything, buddy?
Yeah, man. Before we go, John, if you had to have one person who's your dream, like my guest on the show, who would it be?
Oh, just anybody in the world.
In the world.
Oh shit! All right. Damn. I mean, I'd love to have Dion, man. That's our guy. I love that's the reason me and you started watching the Falcons. I mean, just shoot for the stars, man. Get Dion on here.
Yeah, man. Dion or Matt, I'm cool.
Yeah, I'd be fine with Matt too. Yeah, absolutely. I'll take that all. Yeah, man. Oblivion, see you, buddy. Appreciate you tuning in, man. I'll really bet.
Love you guys, man. Thank you again.
Yeah, man. So we catch y'all Sunday, and let's get a win. And if we don't, let's just fight our ass off. How about that?
we gonna get a W, man. I love you guys. Out of your Falcon mind. Season ending. One more show. I love you guys. Peace.
That's it. We must love, guys.